Oh, jeez, here we go again.
What?
You know what?
What?
You know what?
Is it because of what I'm doing?
Yes.
What's wrong with what I'm doing?
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Who cares?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm filming your episode right now.
I'm doing something. I'm doing magic.
Yep.
Are we ready to start?
Yep. All right. Action.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk Anime. I am your host, Dead Rangeress. And yeah, it's Halloween. A time for the spooky. And sometimes the scary. No one knows what can happen around this time. So to make this episode really appropriate, let's talk about what could be the best Halloween anime out there. So the question is this: what is a perfect Halloween anime? It could be Hellsing, an anime about a vampire who kills other vampires, written by a total gun nut. Or we could talk about Danganronpa, a murder mystery. Or we could talk about The Future Diary. You know, the one that features the psychotic killer. Or, if we really want to go all the way out there, when it comes to Halloween, we got to talk about the pinnacle of a Halloween anime, and that would be none other than Soul Eater. To understand Soul Eater, we got to understand its creator, Atsushi Okubo. He started off just basically like you and me, just a normal guy who went to school. Only problem is he did not give two shits about learning. Seriously, the guy was more interested in drawing. By the time he was 20, he became the assistant of Rando Ayamine. You know, the guy who created the Get Backer series. Then later on, Okubo created his own series, known as B-Ichi. And then, bam, he hit gold when he created Soul Eater, which believe it or not, was published by Square Enix. As of right now, Okubo is one of the artists for the series The Lord of Vermilion. So, what is Soul Eater? Well, that's a very good question. Soul Eater is about a guy named Soul, and he eats. The end! See ya! Okay, fine. The main plot of Soul Eater is this. You've got basically evil souls called Kishin. These Kishin souls will go around and kill people. You know, like murder and whatnot. All that jazz. When something strange happens in your neighborhood, who are you gonna call? The DWMA, also known as the Death Weapon Meister Academy. Located in Death City, which is apparently in the state of Nevada of the United States. The DWMA sends out on average, a team of 2 people. The Meister and the Demon Weapon. The Demon Weapon is a person who has the ability to transform into a weapon, while the Meister wields them to fight other Kishin. In Soul Eater, there are many different characters, but the series tends to focus itself on just 7. Who are those 7, you ask? You've got Maka Albarn and her partner Soul Eater Evans. The best way to sum up Soul and Maka would be that Soul is a try-hard cool guy, and Maka is the smart kid. Next up, you have Blackstar and his partner, Tsubaki Nakatsukasa. Blackstar is an obnoxiously loud ninja heir, while Tsubaki is the quiet girl who's Blackstar's friend because, let's be honest, somebody's got to be his friend. Somebody has to believe in him. And finally, you've got Death the Kid and the Thompson sisters. Death the Kid is basically a rich kid with severe OCD, and you've got the Thompson sisters, Liz and Patty. 2 delinquents. Liz will lie, cheat, and steal, and Patty will most likely break a giraffe's neck.
Wish she'd break Kaku's neck.
Oh my god, we are not bringing this shit back up again.
It's true.
She cannot beat Kaku.
I bet the sisters together could.
Liz and Patty could not beat Kaku together.
I bet they could if Kid got involved.
That's strongly debatable.
Oh, I bet they could do it.
I bet they cannot.
I want to see this.
Okay, everybody, take a vote right now. Do you all honestly think Kaku from One Piece could beat Death the Kid from Soul Eater. I bet you're wondering, what makes Soul Eater the perfect Halloween anime? Well, let's look at it like this. You've got the school that's run by Lord Death, aka the Grim Reaper himself. You also have the faculty, including a zombie, a mummy, and Frankenstein. They fight Jack the Ripper, vampires, werewolves, and witches. And also, you've got one of their allies, who's a cat named Blair, whom people assumed was a witch. That couldn't be some major reference, could it? She also works at a cabaret club called Chupacabras and fights using pumpkins. I mean, come on, that's like super Halloween right there. But believe it or not, there are even more references throughout all of Soul Eater. Like, did you know that there's some Pink Floyd references in there? Hear me out on this. In one chapter of Soul Eater, Maka is reading a book called Dark Side of the Moon, which is a reference to a Pink Floyd album. The zombie that I mentioned earlier, his name is Syd Barrett, which was the name of the former lead singer of Pink Floyd. But wait, the references do not stop there. We got even more really cool references, like mythical weapons. For example, did you know that there is a character named Marie Mjolnir who transforms into a hammer-like weapon and also has the power of lightning? But fool! I've also forgot to mention Excalibur, one of the greatest weapons of all of Soul Eater. And also, you've got some real-world locations being referenced in Soul Eater. Take, for example, another Meister and Demon weapon duo. You've got Oxford and his partner, Harvard d'Eclair. Also, fun fact, Eclair translates to lightning. But one unique fun fact about Okubo. You see, one thing he noticed is you don't see a lot of characters of African descent appearing in manga or anime. He noticed this and he created two characters to, help everybody feel included. Those two characters being Syd Barrett and Killick Rung. But speaking of Syd Barrett, another thing we got to take notice is Soul Eater was published by Square Enix. Square Enix is known for creating Final Fantasy. And speaking of Final Fantasy, you ever notice on how there's always that one character in almost every Final Fantasy game whose name is Cid? And it also doesn't help that Syd Barrett in Soul Eater is black, he has tattoos, and he has cornrows. Kind of like another certain character in Final Fantasy. But hey, that was Let's Talk Anime. As usual, I'm your host, Derangerous. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you are going to be in the St. Louis area, I recommend coming to Gateway Comic-Con, October 27th to the 28th. Hey, it's going to be fun. We're going to have Kyle Hebert and Didi Magno Hall, the voice of Pearl and Adult Gohan. And for next week's episode, all I can say is look to the stars because we're going into space. Until next time, peace out. So, it's on you, viewers. Can you handle me? So cool, baby, Derangerous me.